You can't pour from an empty cup. Have you ever felt exhausted? Not because you have been doing nothing, but because you've been doing too much for everyone else? You answer the calls, you show up when people need help, you listen to their problems, you encourage them when they are discouraged, you carry burdens that aren't even yours, and somehow you've convinced yourself that being available for everyone is a sign of strength. But lately you are tired, not physically tired, soul tired. The kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix, the kind of tired that comes from giving and giving while receiving very little in return, the kind of tired that comes from neglecting yourself for too long. I think many of us were taught that putting ourselves first is selfish. So we keep sacrificing, we keep showing up, we keep pouring into others, even when our cup is empty, even when our own hearts are hurting, even when we desperately need ourselves. But I've come to realize something. A lamp cannot give light if there is no oil inside it. A well cannot provide water if it has already run dry. And neither can you. You cannot continue pouring from a place of emptiness. Eventually, something breaks. For some people, it's burnout. For others, it's anxiety. For others, it's resentment. You wake up one day feeling disconnected from yourself. You feel exhausted around people you once loved being around. You feel overwhelmed by responsibilities that never used to bother you. And suddenly you realize you've been taking care of everyone else except yourself. Maybe you are the strong friend, the dependable sibling, the responsible parent, the hardworking employee, the person everyone turns to when things go wrong. But who takes care of you? When was the last time you checked on yourself? When was the last time you sat quietly with your thoughts? When was the last time you rested without feeling guilty? When was the last time you invested in your own healing, your own growth, your own peace? Some of us feel guilty even for resting. We feel guilty for saying no. We feel guilty for taking a break. But think about this. When you're on an airplane, yeah, they tell you to put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. Have you ever paused to think of why? Because if you lose consciousness trying to save everyone else, nobody gets helped in the long run. The same principle applies to life. You cannot continue to help others while neglecting yourself. The healthiest love comes from a healthy heart. The strongest leadership comes from a strong foundation. The most impactful service comes from a life that is first nourished and sustained. So maybe it's time to stop feeling guilty about taking care of yourself. Maybe it's time to rest. Maybe it's time to heal. Maybe it's time to put boundaries in place. Maybe it's time to say no to some things so you can say yes to yourself. And no, that doesn't make you selfish. It makes you wise. Because when you are filled with peace, you can give peace. When you are filled with strength, you can give strength. When you're filled with wisdom, you can share wisdom. When you're filled with love, you can love others more deeply. You become more effective, not less. The truth is, the world doesn't need a bent out version of you. Your family doesn't. Your friends don't. Your community doesn't. The world needs the healthiest version of you, the strongest version of you, the most fulfilled version of you. So take a break, read the book, go for the walk, spend time with God, spend time in silence, reflect, heal, grow, refill, because there are people who need what you carry. But before you pour into them, make sure there's still something left inside you. And remember, taking care of yourself is not abandoning others. No, it's preparing yourself to serve them better. You can't pour from an empty cup. So refill your cup first.